Hey guys, it's Michael Masseri back with another Pokemon video. And after the failure of my Fire Red Nuzlocke, I decided to do a more easy challenge with an easier game. So today's challenge is, can you beat Pokemon Let's Go Eevee with only Water-type Pokemon? Well, let's find out. Before we begin, here are all the Water types that are obtainable in Let's Go Eevee. However, we have to get rid of two. First is Vaporeon. We cannot get another Eevee unless we transfer from Pokemon Go or Home. And secondly, we have to choose between these two Pokemon because they're fossils. I will be only following 3 rules. Number 1, the first water type I see in an area is on the team, because we're basically required to catch a bunch of Pokemon. You need 50 Pokemon in order to get into the 5th gym. Number 2, battle mode is on set, so I can't switch out. And number 3, no over leveling. So, let's see how this challenge went. So my name is Hydro, and my rival is Pyro. But I had to break the rules for a second because you cannot get a water type until after the first gym. So I transferred a level 1 Squirtle from Pokemon Go to Home. I also caught a few Pokemon that we're not going to use. The first rival battle against Pyro went terribly, as his Pikachu knew the move Thunder Shock, which took out our Squirtle. But thankfully, I'm not going to lose him. After battling a few trainers in Viridian Forest, it's time to take on Brock. And Squirtle is so clutch. He took out both Geodude and Onix with a single bubble. Unfortunately, Squirtle's gonna be the only Pokemon on our team that's able to land an attack for a while, because after this, I got a Magikarp. I purchased a Magikarp for $500, and it had a naughty nature, which is excellent for a Gyarados. So this is how Mount Moon went. I defeated some trainers in there, and obtained the Helix fossil, which will come in handy later. And then, I took on Team Rocket, and my Squirtle evolved into Wartortle. Once again, I failed another rival battle, but eventually I was able to beat him with just Wartortle. I cannot tell you how many times I lost against Misty, so I had to cheat for one time only. I decided to use Eevee in this battle and used the move Buzzy Buzz, which paralyzed both Psyduck and Starmie. After Eevee's sacrifice, I was able to take out Starmie with about 4 headbutts from Wartortle, and the Cascade badge is ours. So I head to Vermilion City, and I decided to look more like a water trainer. And then I trained on the SSN, where I lost to my rival again. But finally, after minutes of searching on Route 6, I caught a new member to the team, Psyduck. And I nicknamed Psyduck Falco, who had an adamant nature, but I guess we can live with that. I forgot to record the rival battle, but Wartortle came in clutch with a critical hit Dig. And then we learned the secret technique Chop Down from the captain. And then the SSN sailed away. So I went to Route 9, and it took me like 5 attempts to beat this one trainer called Picnicker Alicia, I think. But then we make it to Route 10 to find our next encounter. Our newest member to the team is Krabby, who has an insane attack stat, so he'll be helpful. I named Krabby Min Min. And now, it's time to take on Lieutenant Surge. After hours of training, I went back to Vermilion City to challenge him. So I started off with Wartortle. It took me several attempts, but I did it. So, start with Wartortle. He takes out Voltorb with a 1-hit KO Dig. Then Wartortle takes out Magnemite with a 4-time super effective Dig. I brought in a Diglett for this fight, but it did not attack. I brought him in so Wartortle could heal, and then Raichu goes down to one last dig, winning us the Thunder Badge. I promise this will be the last chief victory. So Eevee now learns Light Up, and Rock Tunnel took a couple attempts to get through, but we made it through. And then we make it to Lavender Town. Before entering Lavender Town, I made sure to open up the gate to Saffron so I can walk through it. And some of you may have been wondering where Ryu was. Well, he's been in the daycare for a long time. He increased 10 levels, and shortly after, Ryu evolved into an almighty Gyarados. This is the 4th time I'm using a Gyarados on my team. We do a lot of training for the next rival battle, and Ryu is able to take out most of Pyro's Pokémon. And then, after Lavender Town, we have to leave, because we can't get past the first floor. And we head to Team Rocket. The only trainers I have left to battle are the ones in Erica's gym and the members of Team Rocket. So I switch between them, but eventually I take out Jesse and James, and I go to Erica's gym. So I was actually wrong at the beginning of the video. You can get another Eevee in Let's Go Eevee. So I found one that was exactly the level cap of level 34 and used a water stone and evolved it into Vaporeon. After completing Team Rocket and Lavender Town, I finally defeated Erica, Chromed the Vaporeon, took out Tangela with a Shadow Ball after it was disabled by Falco, and Min Min also went down to Tangela as well. And after a shit ton of switching, I brought Falco back out to take out the Weeping Bell. And then all of my Pokemon went down to Vileplume, but I was able to revive Ryu the Gyarados at the last second and take it out with a Facade. And remember, with a team like mine and a shit ton of healing items, you too can beat Erica with only water types. Ka-chow! So it's time to train for the next 2 gyms, which have the same level cap of 44. Wartortle evolved into Blastoise. Our movesets just keep getting better and better. So this is how the second battle with Giovanni went. He leads with Persian, and I lead with my Blastoise. And Blastoise was able to sweep his entire team. First he takes out Persian with 2 Brick Breaks. After that, Rhyhorn falls down to 1 single waterfall, and Nidoqueen falls to 2. We get the gift Lapras from Silphco, but I've already made this challenge easy enough, so I will not be using Lapras on my team. I don't know how it happened, but the first Pokemon I encountered on Route 19 was Staryu! It took a few minutes to catch. I named it Rosalina, and it had a special attacking boosting nature! Now on to the fight with Koga. I didn't record all of the battle, but Rosalina had her debut battle as a Starmie, and it went alright, but she died to Toxic. It was a very intense battle, but Ryu was able to take out Golbat with one last waterfall, winning us the battle. Then I decided to go out of order and challenge Blaine next. Obviously, we have a major type advantage, but it was still a pretty tough battle. We start off with Ryu as usual and take out Magmar after it confuses us. And then Blastoise is able to pull through and hit with a waterfall to take out Arcanine. I think Blastoise also took out Rapidash, and Falco was able to take out Ninetales with a Surf after suffering a burn. Now for the fight against Sabrina. Unfortunately, Blastoise had to sit this one out because we were required to level him up past the level cap. So Mr. Mime was an annoying piece of shit, as usual. I believe Chrom took him out. He was just spamming light screens and reflect. Super annoying. Then, Chrom the Vaporeon was able to take out Slowbro with 2 Shadow Balls. And then, Chrom falls down to Jinx, but I make sure to heal up in between the turn that Chrom was sleeping, and then Ryu took out Jinx in one crunch. And then Alakazam comes out, and Ryu survives a critical hit Psychic, and also takes out Alakazam in one crunch. Yeah, you know One Punch Man? Well, Gyarados is One Crunch Man. And finally, the last gym leader, Giovanni. He sends out Dugtrio, so I lead with Blastoise. Blastoise takes a bit of a beating from Earthquake, but is able to take out Dugtrio with Waterfall. Blastoise hits Nidoking with the Waterfall before falling. Starmie takes out Nidoking with Psychic and does a little bit of damage to Rhydon before falling to Mega Horn. And finally, Ryu comes out, takes out Rhydon with a waterfall, and Nidoqueen with 2 waterfalls. It took me almost 2 weeks to beat the first 4 gym leaders, but less than 24 hours to defeat the final 4. Crazy. The final rival battle was fucking annoying. Pidgeot just kept on spamming Roost. Our last team member for this game is Poliwrath. I catch a Poliwhirl right before Victory Road and immediately evolve it, and now it's time for the Elite Four. Here is my final team. Although the beginning was rough and we had to cheat a little bit, I was able to get through most of the game with these 6 water types. But can they defeat the Elite Four? Let's find out. Starting off strong, Falco defeats Dugong with a Brick Break. Followed that, Ryu, the One Crunch Man, strikes again. Then Dark Samus. After a lot of Pokemon fainted to Lapras, Dark Samus took it out with a Mega Drain. Ryu takes down Slowbro, and Rosalina finishes Cloyster. 1 down, 3 to go. This should come as no surprise to literally anyone. Falco outspeeds and takes out Onix with a Surf. Then Rosalina comes in and takes out Hitmonchan with Psychic. 2 of them, actually. Rosalina once again takes out Machamp with 2 Psychics. And Poliwrath suffers the same fate. Now, next up is Agatha, the Poison-type specialist. This was definitely the hardest Elite Four battle. Arbok goes down to an Earthquaking Crunch, I don't remember who took down Weezing. Both of Agatha's Gengars go down to an Earthquake and Scald from Blastoise. And finally, Dark Samus finishes off Golbat. Finally, the last Elite Four member, the Flying type specialist, Lance. Seadra goes down to 2 Thunderbolts and a Crunch. Aerodactyl goes down to 2 Scalds from Blastoise. In the battle between 2 Gyarados, mine prevailed and defeated Lance's with 3 Thunderbolts. Gyarados also defeats Charizard by tanking 2 Hyper Beams, and then Rosalina somehow outspeeds a Dragonite and finishes him off with Ice Beam and Dazzling Gleam. And now, the final battle against Champion Pyro. He started with Mega Pidgeot, who immediately air slashed us. So I hit him with a Rock Slide from Blastoise and switched to Rosalina and took it out with an Ice Beam. Rosalina took down Vileplume with 2 Psychics. Blastoise avoided like 3 Thunders in a row and took out Raichu with 2 Earthquakes. Then Ryu takes out Slowbro in 4 Crunches. Rapidash goes down in 1 Waterfall. Marowak gets hit with 1 Waterfall, and then I switch into Rosalina to finish the battle with 1 last Ice Beam. And we just defeated Pokemon Let's Go Eevee using only water types. This challenge only took me 1 month to complete and less than 20 hours of total combined gameplay. I'm very happy on how this challenge ended, and I really hope that I get to do more in the future. So if you want a specific Pokemon challenge with a specific Pokemon game, let me know down in the comments below. So thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my recent video to find out how you could star in one of my videos and maybe win some cash prizes. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.